everyone's. I am here for the Watchmen Season 1, Episode 5. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So you guys, I had been noticing, but I forgot to mention that this show, there have been a lot of discussion or, mention of eggs. Like Episode 1, when Angela was doing her little baking experiment for the children, she was dealing with eggs. Episode 2, Will, he was grabbing eggs just fresh out the pot and peeling them. Like, I don't know what kind of like pain tolerance he has, but like him drinking a scalding cup of coffee, then reaching into a boiling pot to get some eggs out. I was like, it was something. Like episode 3, I don't remember so much about eggs, but episode 4, we had the lady who was trying to sell eggs. Episode 5, we didn't like get delved too much in there, see anything about eggs, but like they're showing eggs a lot on this program, and I'm trying to, decipher what's going on. But like every time I think I know something, like we turn around and we realize that no, you know nothing. And I like that about a show, that it keeps me like guessing like what really is going on. So I done already talked a good minute or so. Yeah, it's been a minute or so. So we started Hoboken, 1985, when there was a young Wade at a carnival to spread the word that a nuclear arsenal is ready to launch at Russia, and Russia is going to launch a mission with us potentially. So he's going around, and at first I was like, is this like some kind of religious organization? I'm not really sure. That's what it sounded like, the way that they were talking. And like he runs into some young lady saying that they're in New Jersey because that's where all the centers are. I was like, is it all the centers, or like literally all of the centers, or like a good majority of the centers living there? But I was like, I got questions and I need answers. Like he meets some girl and she takes him into like the funhouse mirrors where like everything is distorted. You don't know like where is what because there's so many mirrors around there. And like within seconds, this what seems to be this very religious young man is has his clothes taken off of him like within seconds. And he's looking like, oh my goodness, this is wrong, this is wrong. She's about to do some things to me. It's wrong, but I kind of like it type of situation. But no, she grabs his clothes and runs off to embarrass this man. So now he's sitting there with nothing but socks on. It's like really, like he's feeling ashamed of himself. It's like, you deserve that. You're a sinner. You're deserving what you get. He's looking at the mirror, and like next thing you know, it's some type of explosion type of situation. We're not really sure what happened, but when he comes out, like just about everybody there is dead, including homegirl who took his clothes. Yeah. So I'm assuming that him being inside the funhouse mirror kind of protected him, and he's like confused, like what's going on, like what exactly just happened? Cause I'm confused. Like everybody gone. I think may have seen like one or two people off in the background, but like a good majority of the people that were at the carnival was gone. Yeah. Like I guess we find out that it was like a huge squid that like fell on New York, and I guess New Jersey kind of got the aftershock kind of situation of it. I don't know if it was the drop of the squid that caused these things or the material squid. I'm not really sure. But we saw a scene of a huge squid just laying on top of a building in New York. So with we moving over to present day, Blake is, I guess they didn't put her in charge. I was like, yeah, she FBI, she not supposed to be here for long, but okay. Like we need to find out about the cavalry and where they are. Since we can't see who they are, let's find out where they are. They're at some type of church. Look at the church background on the pictures that they're posing for and sending out. So when we find that church, we will find them. It's got to be like 3,000 churches here in the span of like 50 miles. So we will find these churches. I was like, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a picture of this church and, go knocking from door to door with each church and trying to find out where they at. So, y'all, Blake then planted some bugs inside the office. I'm like, really? Yeah. I was like, now nobody can talk freely or share secrets because of Blake planting bugs. And I guess, he has a reason to be paranoid because he was involved in that attack. Back in 1985. So I was like, yeah, I can see why he's paranoid all the time and is a conspiracy theorist. I can see that. He chose the reflective mask because of the reflective materials, and he also has one in his hat. So, like, if anything happened, I'm not gonna be, affected in any type of way at all. He even wear his mask while he's at work, full on mask. Don't pull it down like most people. He just got full mask on. And he's like, well, we were supposed to do this, whether we're in the office or not, so people can't know who we are. I.e., if somebody in the group and the officers are a part of, the cavalry, they will know who I am, and I don't really want that. He's at his house, and like his little bunker situation is going haywire because he has done so many drills to make sure this thing is right that the machine malfunctioned. You're supposed to do 6 drills maybe in a span of months. He's been doing like several drills a day and making the machine go haywire. Basically, this whole episode is about Wade. I forgot to mention that before. Wade, he goes over to his ex-wife's place of business. She clones animals. Like, why do you need to go through the heartbreak of losing your animal when you can have your animal with you forever? I'm like, that's not the same animal. Like, that's how I feel. I think I feel some type of way when I be seeing people cloning their animals. And then watching this, it like made it worse because the animal who isn't the exact replica of your animal, instead of just like, giving it to somebody else, something like it's selling it. She just put it in like this little incinerator. Nothing doggone. Like, really, this what we doing? And she did it like it was such ease and not like, oh, poor puppy. Just the poop and puppy gone. She tells him that those pills have nostalgia in it, which was outlawed because it was making people having some type of psychosis. So we learned that off the bat. And I was like, we don't seem like he had some things going on with him, so that seems like, that seems about right. We find out that they broke up because he was scared that she was going to run off with his clothes like old girl did back in the 80s. So I'm assuming he hasn't had like a functioning relationship with anybody because he's scared that they're going to run off with his clothes. Yeah, that's why they broke up. They probably still together if he didn't have these issues with people thinking people gonna run off with his clothes. Now, y'all, this is when the show really got interesting because he's in a support group with people who are like survived the attack. Well, I guess everybody survived if they're there, but the people who are like closely affected by the attack. And one of the ladies from the group, they're talking, they go out to drink or what have you. And, like, upon her leaving, I guess it was an Uber driver or a friend, what have you, I don't know. A piece of cabbage falls off the back of the truck. Him being a cop, he remembered on the first episode when that officer was attacked, they threw cabbage in the truck. Now, I don't know what the cabbage is all about, but they have a thing about throwing cabbage at people, or at least this one instance, cabbage was involved. So he calls for backup, like, hey, was that truck ever, did we ever find a truck that was involved with the shooting of that officer? Well, I think I may have a lead. I've seen some cabbage in the back of this truck. I'm going to go follow. So he gets there, and it's not a church. It's a warehouse that they set up like a church setting so they could do their videos. I was like, okay, that was smart. You think the people looking think you were at a church, but you were not. You were at a warehouse that made it to look like a church. But it was all a setup from Calvary. And when he called for backup, they intercepted the call. So then little raggedy senator, he was a part of the Calvary. Basically, he almost in charge. And like y'all, he always seemed shifty to me. Like always, he was always calling like Angela by her name when she was in uniform. He was always popping up looking extra creepy. So I'm not surprised that he was part of the cavalry. Tells him that either Angela killed Judd, or she knows who did and she's just not saying. Like, you can serve her up, so I don't have to tell these doggone fools over here to kill her and her whole entire family. I just need her out of the way a few days, all right? Just give her up, and her and her family will be cool. I don't want to send these fools over there to kill her, but I will. Or you can go there and tell your cop buddies, I'm running the cavalry, and I can have convinced them that you're crazy, which won't be hard because your shiny hat and all them suits that you be wearing and you be looking suspect. Or press play and you'll be free. Now, y'all, this man has already been paranoid. He already got like 2 storage facilities to where he drives his regular car when it's just Wade, goes in there, shuts the door. But he is like open to where he has 2 storages and they're not blocked by a wall. So he can just go from rolling in his way, get out of the car, walk over, put on his mask, and be looking glass and goes out the other door with nobody none the wiser. But I was like, when people wondering why you just rolling in there and closing the door, that seems suspect. But anyways, I'm going with it. Now, back to Wade being free and finding out this information. Now, I know his name is Adrian Veidt, but I am still going to call him creepy weirdo dude. I am. I don't even know if he's rich, but we still gonna call him creepy weirdo dude because that's what he is. He is creepy weirdo dude. He leaves a message to the newly elected president Robert Redford, and I think it's Robert Redford, but Redford in 1993. But creepy weirdo dude is in 1985. How can this be? Is it time travel? Yeah, maybe. We're not saying. He said, I didn't predict your presidency. I planned it. I was like, that sounds about right because you are a creepy weirdo dude. And he said they needed a weapon more powerful than an atomic bomb, which is fear, to stave off mankind's extinction. A squid will come through killing half of the city and traumatizing millions. See, this is his plan. So, and it will come from me, and it'll be an elaborate hoax to save the world. Now, I'm like, so you plan, Redford to be president. Okay, mankind is, on the brink of extinction, so I'm going to push it further, like killing half of the city and just traumatizing the rest of the people in the world. That seems like something that creepy weirdo dude would do. It's just about something that he would do. Now, speaking of creepy weirdo dude, he is with his servants. He's been trying all these experiments with all the clones he has. And I guess he realized, okay, finally, we have succeeded. So he didn't get on his little suit. He didn't got strapped into the catapult. And he gets catapulted, I'm wanting to say into space. I'm not really sure. But like all the clones that he didn't catapulted off are on this, they are frozen in space, I guess. I'm not really sure. And he uses their bodies to spell out save me because it's some kind of video camera situation like floating off and it says save me. And he's over here, leaning and rocking and doing the stanky leg and all those things because he thinks he succeeded. Yeah, but next thing you know, he get pulled back to Earth or wherever he's at. He was like, I told you not to pull me back. And they looking like, yeah, we ain't do that. The game warden showed up and like, yeah, you was over congratulating too soon. Yeah. So he places him under arrest like, you keep on trying me. You here for a reason. Now, I'm like, is he on some type of punishment? Or is this his prison? Because like, he got too much nice things for this to be a prison for him. Like, creepy weirdo dude, he got a full-on castle. he has the ability to make clones to do what he wants. Like, he got tomatoes growing from trees, and that's not supposed to happen. He got this vast land. Yeah, he there secluded with these clones, which, by the way, him being mad at the clones last, episode because they weren't doing right. But I'm like, you doggone it, made them human before they was able, before they should have been human. They didn't have the ability to, be babies, learn to walk, learn to crawl, walk, talk, ability to learn things. You went from them being freshly, I don't want to say freshly babies, but fresh clones to being full grown clones, and you surprised that they not working right? So, yeah, he going to jail now. Sister Night, she tells Looking Glass that, he tells her it was nostalgia pills, and she was like, yeah, my grandfather will kill Judd. He like 100 years old. I don't know how he did it, but he hung him from a tree. Next thing you know, she's arrested immediately. She looking like, I know you didn't just turn me in, bruh. Well, technically he didn't. He just didn't tell her that there was a bug in the plant on his desk. So yeah, like he says he had to. Like, before being cuffed, she swallowed those pills. And I was like, I don't know what kind of effect it's going to have on her. But this not looking too good. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for him. Because it seemed like he may have been doing this because he don't want her family to be killed. Because, old Raggedy Senator said that I will have these dudes kill her and her entire family. I just need her, not to get away with these plans we got going on. Now, I don't know what these plans are. But, like, the last little thing we got, like, shout Calvary, they go up to Wade's place at his house, and they got shotguns and told. And I'm like, this man whole world has been turned upside down. And, like, this whole time he been paranoid about things. Like, it wasn't just some random occurrence. It's like a creepy, weird old dude, like, put all these things into motion. So, yeah, I feel sorry for Wade. It was good to get a little backstory of Wade and everything. So, y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can become one of my peoples. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.